Hey everyone, the Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream beta is now in full swing and you've only got around a day left. If you want to request it on Steam, you can get straight in. And this is not only looking absolutely beautiful on the Steam Deck, but it is pure chaos and is still performing very well on the Steam Deck. Which is surprising for this genre of games. It usually tanks performance on the deck, but as you can see here, with 16 players battling the boss with a ton of effects and skills popping off every few seconds, we're still holding over 40 frames per second. Now I will show you the exact settings, but yes, you guessed it, this is pretty much on the lowest, and this also didn't have anti-aliasing on, as that has quite an impact, as you'll see in a minute. But without anti-aliasing on the low graphic settings, it still looks good and it is actually performing very well as well. Settings wise, you will notice a bit of fuzziness around those characters without anti-aliasing. Having TAA on with the low graphic settings does take quite a hit on those performance, and there's quite a lot of areas, especially in the boss fights and also just going around the co-op maps in the forest, where it does only go down to 30 frames per second. But to be honest, the amount that it clears up the image, it is worth it, but I'm not quite sure it's going to be good enough in those big boss fights. But as things do progress, it does seem to cache things quite nicely, and even here in the kind of final stage boss in the co-op area, we're still holding over 30 frames per second and pushing that 40 frames even with the TAA on as well. So really good news for this test, and also if you do want to test this out and you do buy the full game, you'll be glad to know that your progress of items does carry over into the full game. So if you are wanting to dive in, you've got a good 6 to 12 hours if you want to download it. It's only around 5 gig download, so it won't take that long to get in. It takes a little bit getting used to with the skill trees, but overall I'm very impressed with how this runs. And of course, when the full game comes out in October, I will test that out as well, so we can see what the performance is like in some of the other modes as well. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to dive into the beta test, or whether you're just going to go and pre-order the game, or maybe this isn't the genre for you. I'll leave you with the last bit of the battle so you can see the performance and gameplay without me talking. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
俺たちが一番だったみたいだな。君たちもよくやったと言っておこう。こっちだ。頼むよ。頼むよ。大丈夫よ。やるな。よろしく頼め。こっちだ。案が助かったわ。やるじゃない。